Millionaire time management secret number 4, create a peak productivity environment. Now, this, I've been hammering on this many times. You are a product of your environment. You're a product of what? Your environment is more powerful than your willpower. You are a product of your environment. You are a product of your circle. Show me your friends, I show you your future. Your income, like Jim Rohn said, will be your closest 5 friends you spend most time with. Add them up, divided by 5, that's your average income. You want to increase your income? Hang around with different people. Hang around with different people. Don't hang around with people that are complaining about gas prices. Hang around with people who is talking about, I want to get a private jet. Yes? The question, your willpower, your environment is more powerful than your willpower? Yeah, the 5 friends you hang out with, just add their income together, just divide it by 5. That's your income. All your friends making 50K, add that together, divide 5, you make 50K. Very simple. It's very simple. You cannot escape from that. Because as a human being, we are affected by the environment. That's why Hassan, as he is, and I taught him to do this, go into a nice environment, a 5-star hotel, work there, you will be more productive. You can't help but will be more productive. You come to Vancouver Club, you can't help but experience, wow, you know what? The wealth, the power of the club. If I meet you at McDonald's and do this, I meet you in the library and do this, it's not, I could be the same guy. I could be the same speaker. Why I do it at VC? Because I want to elevate your game. Why I want you to dress up? I actually don't give a fuck. You're not dressing up for me. I look good regardless. Okay? It's dressing up for you because I know I want to condition you to dress for success. Dress for success. Oh, but what about Richard Branson? Well, when you're Richard Branson, you can try to dress whatever you want. Before you're Richard Branson, dress for success. Make sense? Okay? So make certain your environment works for you instead of against you. Now, how many of you, let's say Hassan at home, family interrupt you, how many of you are working in an environment that's working against you? Maybe it's home and stuff like that. Great, okay? So you can see, so ideas, let me give you some key ideas to consider. Wealth triggers, feng shui, organization versus clutter. Let me go through this. Now, in my home, and you can go to, how many have seen my new home tour video? Some of you. Okay, if you haven't, just go to YouTube, type in Dan Lok new home. You can see my new home, and you'll get an idea of how I structure my office, because it will mean more for you. Lessons will come alive. So I have in my office what I call wealth triggers. Now, I'm a big believer in populating my work environment with wealth triggers. Objects that remind me to think in a certain way. Okay? So I work at mentally attracting wealth. For example, my office is full of things that represent wealth. Pictures, objects, artifacts within view. Okay? So I have a clock, example, as a trigger on my bookshelf that reminds me time is very, very valuable. I say every time I see that, okay, that's a wealth trigger. Time, man. Time. I gotta get it done. Right? So here's my office. You can see. Let me point out a few things. How many can see LOK? Right? That is a symbol of a reminder, a wealth trigger for me that I am a personal brand. I better live up to that expectation. Always constantly remind myself what I do, my behaviors affects a lot of people. That's a wealth trigger. Here you can see that that's actually the art of war enrolled up in Chinese. So that reminds me of think big pictures, strategies. That's the art of war, right? My mom and dad, right? And then my horses, energy, vitality. This is Abraham Lincoln, a little statue, leadership, okay? So even, this is Napoleon, conqueror, courage. So I have a lot of these things, and you can see the lion there, again, courage, leadership, all these things. I guarantee if you actually work in my office, you can't help but be more productive. Because the environment is more powerful than your willpower. When I go in there in the office, I feel great. This is what it's like to run all my companies. This is where I create wealth. This is where I make shit happen, man. This is my place. Does that make sense? Your environment. Think about it. Now, if you go into an environment, and it doesn't need to be as fancy as this, whatever works for you. But knowing you have to be more cautious of what you want to create versus, well, just where I work, I have a desk and I have a computer. It's not like that. Why not create an environment that works for you? It's also like why I have my feng shui, my home, everything. How many of you know feng shui? You know feng shui? Yeah, you organize your environment in a certain way that attracts health and prosperity. It's like a Chinese thing. And I always say, you don't have to believe in feng shui. But I say, why not do a little bit of feng shui if it works for you? What's the harm in that? Doesn't cost more money. You know what? Instead of putting my tree here, I'm going to put my tree here. Instead of arranging it this way, I'm going to arrange this way. Doesn't cost anything, really. Then why not have that extra advantage? Even though it may be true, it may not be true, well, it might become a self-fulfilling prophecy. I believe arranging my furniture in this certain way attracts more success, attracts better luck. I don't care if anybody believes it. I believe it. And if I believe it, chances of it happening is what? High. Then why not? Doesn't harm. I don't believe in that. You don't have to believe in it. You don't have to believe exercise is good for you to run. You run, you exercise, you'll be healthier. You don't have to believe in it. I don't have to believe I dropped this, it was dropped to the ground. I don't have to believe in the law of gravity. It's just there. I don't have to believe I jump off the building. No, you know what? I'm going to fly, man. I'm going to fly. No, I'm going to be dead. I don't have to believe I'm going to be dead. I'm going to be dead. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. So, clutter versus organization. Now, how many of you have a messy office? Okay, how many have a very organized office? Very nice. Now, I find that I'm personally, again, there's no right or wrong. It's what works for you. I feel that I'm more organized, more productive when I work in what I call semi-organized environment. Semi-organized environment. So, example, when I'm working on a book, they say if I'm working on a book as a writer, you will see if I'm working on I have documents and references and papers and all kinds of stuff around me. Okay, around me. That's okay because I'm working on it, I'm thinking about it, that's okay. Semi-organized environment. Because I believe creative and innovative thinking seems to come out of chaos more often than out of organization. That's just my own experience. So I find that I'm more creative when I have a little bit of stuff. And what I do is that I clean that out every single day before I finish work. So then I start the day fresh. Instead of letting it piled up. That you have all these, oh yeah, I'll come back tomorrow, I'll keep working on it anyway. No. Clean, fresh. Start the day. Put it all back. Next day, I do it again. And I start the day fresh every single day. So then I look at the thing, I don't look, oh, it's so messy, and this, oh my God, there are more stuff. And then you have more papers, messy. That's, right? You find stuff, oh my God, I'm supposed to deal with this like 2 years ago, right? It doesn't happen. You know where you're at. Make sense? Okay, take 2 minutes. How long? Discuss what I've said so far, please. So, again, I'm just showing you what I do, and that's why I show you the Facebook messages and stuff like that. I live and breathe this stuff. It's not theory. It's what I do, day in and day out for years, and they work. What I'm asking is, try them out for size, see if they work for you. Just try them out. I think you'll find that they actually work wonderfully. And people will start respecting your time because you self-respect. You respect your own time. So earlier this year in May, I moved to a new home. And there are 2 reasons I moved to the new home. Number one is because I can move in with Jenny's parents as they get older, my father-in-law and mother-in-law. And so that's one reason why I want to do that, so we get a bigger place. But second thing is also a time management decision. It's a time management decision. So basically, I design everything around my lifestyle so it maximizes my productivity. Let me give you an example. Since I moved in my new home in May, except my mastermind, right? I haven't had one single business meetings outside my home. Now think of how much time that saves me. Right? Let's say even with Kathy, is Kathy here? Yeah, Kathy, right? She comes to my home and work on her business, right? And one day she's, I don't know, 5-10 minutes late, something like that, right? Not to fight. Here's a lesson here. 5-10 minutes late, instead of if I'm outside meeting with her, that 5-10 minutes is wasted. While I'm waiting for her, guess what? I'm working. After she's gone, I get back to work. There's no waste time. Those 5-10 minutes, 20 minutes that you save over the course of a month, a year, it adds up a lot. It adds up a lot. Kevin?
Do you ever find time for yourself to rest in between work?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When I'm doing my call, guess what? I'm on my massage chair, man.
Yeah.
I'm on my massage chair, talking, getting a massage at the same time.
It's like an airplane.
Yeah. Sometimes when I'm on the phone, I might be doing a stretching like that. I'm on the phone. I'm stretching, right? So then also I have in my basement a gym. So then if I want to work out, I don't have to drive to somewhere to work out, and saves me time. I want to work out, I go downstairs, I work out. After I finish, back up to my shower, I'm done. So imagine, again, that's 15, 20 minutes, going to the gym, signing in, doing all that stuff, right? How much time you've wasted. So it's a lot of productivity decision. Now I can make my videos there, right? Do it at home. Saves me a lot of time. Meetings, they come in, it saves me a lot of time. So it's from that accumulates, think how much my hour is worth. You take that out and add that to, times that by how many hours I save. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. So think of in terms of your environment, what do you do? So here's a big time saving. If there's a time saving tip, here's my recommendation. Stop meeting people at restaurants for lunch or drinks or whatever. Just stop. Just stop. Because chances are most of those things don't turn into anything. Most of the time, 9 out of 10. Now, I'm not saying don't network. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking totally different things here. Okay? I'm saying if your business depends on you having lunch or dinner with people in order to get business, we need to talk. We need to talk. Okay? A lot of stuff you could do. Most of the time when people request, even starting today, she say, can we do for lunch and dinner? Simple reply, well, instead of doing lunch or dinner, why don't we do a phone call instead? Just a simple reply like that. It saves you a whole lot of time. And chances are, how many can agree? Most of the time, you probably get whatever you want to get done on the phone. You don't need face-to-face. Why don't we do Skype? And 9 out of 10, they'll say, sure, done. Save you that trip. Saves you a lot of time. So your environment, that's what I'm saying. Have something to read, or like if you do have to go offsite, at least have a Kindle, something to read there. So you're going there, you're listening to an audio program, you're listening to some kind of podcast, so you turn your dead time into some kind of learning time. That's perfectly fine. That's great. That's a good habit to have. But I'm saying, if you have an office, and if I teach Kathy the same thing, have them come to your office and meet with you. If they're late, that's okay. But you are in your environment. Here's the thing. When people come to you, they are in your environment. My turf, my friend. Who has more power? Whatever you do, whatever negotiation you're doing, you look at Donald Trump, think about it. Have you seen his office? Have you seen? Now look, Trump Tower, penthouse, which he lives in, that's his office. Now he can have his office anywhere. Why does he have that? Because it saves him time. It's very simple. You want to meet with him, make the appointment, go up the elevator, he's working, let's have a quick meeting, bam, we're done, you're gone, and now he's done, back home, he's done. There's a reason for that. He knows how much time his time is worth. That's what I'm saying. At least try that on for size, okay?